You need to escape the rat race. You need to escape the matrix. This is something that the vast majority of people, they haven't taken the red pill and realized that, hey, this is the main thing that everybody is doing. They're working the 9 to 5 and they're not pursuing any of their dreams. They're just mindlessly going paycheck to paycheck. And this is something that I want you guys to realize, that the vast majority of people are living day to day. And I want you guys to start working towards a better future, start working towards your dreams, your ambitions, whatever it is that your heart desires. I want you guys to go after it. But first, I want to explain to you guys why you need to start finding ways or start learning about the rat race and realize, hey, this is what the matrix is. The whole system, the way how it's kind of set up, you need to start being aware of it so you can find ways to escape it and do better for yourself. So the vast majority of people, they're going to become stuck in the rat race, and this is partly due because there's several reasons that I have noticed and been paying attention to, and you guys are going to probably understand exactly what I'm talking about. So escaping the rat race is having financial freedom, just going up, getting up and be like, okay, I want to travel the world, I want to go do this, I want to go do that, I can buy this, I can buy that, without having any limitations. And I want to make sure you guys don't have any limitations by finding out, oh, this is what you need to do to escape it. Of course, it's a lot easier said than done. You need to put in work and effort, but the vast majority of people think, oh, it happens by luck, it's just something that's going to come to me. But it's worked after, it's sought for, it's something that you guys need to pursue. So the most common ways that people are trapped into it is starting a family. This is something that I noticed that a lot of guys, they end up becoming trapped, part of the system, working that 9 to 5, working 40 hours a week, or working more than that just because they have to provide for their family. It's something that they don't have to worry about just themselves, they have to worry about their kids and all that, which I respect them. They're doing really good, they're providing for their family, they're doing good for society just in general. I have respect for you guys that are watching this video, and if you have a family and all that, my respect goes to you guys because you guys honestly put your family first. But what I'm trying to get at though is this ties you down. It's a really bad expense, and of course you can still escape it, but it's much harder to escape the rat race if you guys have really high expenses, because you're gonna have to learn that, hey, you're gonna need money to start a business or start some sort of side hustle, and that's gonna bring in more income. So think about it for this instance. If you guys need to start a business, you're gonna probably need about $5,000. And if you look at the statistics on that, I believe majority of people don't even have $2,000 in their bank account, and the vast majority of Americans don't even have that much money. And of course, I'm not going to be all based off statistics, but it is eye-opening just because it makes you aware, oh, okay, this is what the vast majority of people are part of or what they're doing. The other thing that keeps people tied down is their bills. So here's the thing. In order to just survive in day-to-day life, you need to have a place to live, you need to have food, you need to have pretty much a car in this day of age. When you have a car, guess what? You have car insurance, so your bills start going up. Before you know it, at the end of the day, maybe you're only taking a couple bucks into your pocket, and you're like, where the heck did all my money go? And people want to have these luxury lifestyles, they want to have these experiences, which of course I really do understand, because this is important to have experiences, to go through the world and just experience it, but it's really expensive. Of course, there are ways to budget around it. You can do some really cheap activities, but I'm talking the dream stuff that you guys want to do. You want to have that dream car? Well, guess what? It's going to probably cost you about $70,000 minimum. If you want to do something, you want to get that dream home, guess what? That's going to probably cost you $500,000, $500,000. And it all requires money. So people go right away into debt, and debt is going to hold you back just because it's going to tie you down. You have these bills, they have to be paid. Of course, there are things to find ways around it, but the best way is to just pay for things cash wise. Of course, the vast majority of Americans are going to take their car out on debt, they're going to take those college loans on debt, and a lot of things start just becoming expenses, and it makes them part of the system because they now have these bills, and they have to go out there and just go get this money, and they see the money go in one hand and then they hand it out with the other one, and it's like, whoa, they don't even get to hang on to that money, and they're just working their life away and not even doing anything that they're passionate about. Or when you're passionate about something, you'll do it on your weekends, which real financial freedom, escaping the rat race, is having plenty of time on your hands and doing whatever you want. So you're working that 9 to 5, that's 40 hours out of your week, and that leaves you with probably just the weekend. So majority of people work 5/8, so you have Saturday and Sunday. That's 20 hours to do whatever you want. The rest of it is going to go to driving, shopping, sleeping, other activities that it's going to keep you distracted. So I want you guys to recognize that, hey, certain expenses or spending your money unwisely is going to hold you back, and you need to start saving it up, because you're going to start saving up for this side hustle that you're going to start up with, which this is going to lead us into escaping the rat race. There are tons of ways on escaping the rat race. The most popular ones that you guys probably know is like stock trading, forex, getting into real estate. I think real estate could be really good if you know what you're doing, but I think of it more as a generational wealth, because you get this 30-year loan, and then if you do it right, maybe you get like $200-300 into your pocket, renting it out, and then as you start paying that loan, that $300 becomes a little bit more. But of course, there are ways to get multiple houses and several things, or doing Airbnbs. There's different methods out there that you can do to escape the rat race. And this is something from Robert Kiyosaki, is there's tons of ways out there to get money, legal ways. There's tons of legal ways to get plenty of money out there. It's very possible to become rich. It's something that you guys have to realize, that you need to start putting in the work. You need to start putting in the effort. You may try something, it may not work for you. Like, honestly, statistic out there for stock trading and all that, 9 out of 10 traders fail. This is something that I tried, pursued, went after, and I believe I'm part of that 9 out of 10 statistic. But then again, it's also mindset. If I keep on pushing forward, I could become that 1 out of 10. You need to be driven. You have to be motivated. You need to find something and stick to it. Keep on going after it. If that doesn't work, well, guess what? You're still throwing darts at the board, and eventually one of those darts is going to stick, and it's going to hit where you guys want it to hit. So start throwing darts. So like right now, I'm working on my YouTube channel. This is something that I'm doing. I'm like, okay, I realize the importance of it, because this is going to hit several people with social influence. And then I'm working on my business, which I'm coming out with the pre-workout, guys. So anyways, find a general route. Doesn't mean it's going to lead to success, but it's more probable of getting the life that you guys really desire, chasing a business or some sort of way that's going to lead to an abundance mindset of money. Once you get this money, of course, people always say money doesn't buy happiness, but it sure does help. It's one of those things that you guys need to realize, that the more money you have, it opens up way more doors for you, and it's very beneficial. So just find a way to make money quickly as possible. There's millionaires out there, and this is something from another book or something like that. Just pay attention. Look at people driving really nice cars. How old are they? And this is something that really hit home. It made me realize that I need to hit my dreams when I'm still young, because like, you look at the statistics, the vast majority of millionaires are, I believe, like in their 40s plus. But I want to make sure I beat that number before and start working towards my dreams. So find the best method that works for you. Start throwing darts at the board and start trying things out. Of course, you're going to fail. There's going to be things that you're going to be like, shit, why the hell did I do this? But at least you gain experience and you gain knowledge. And then on top of that, you guys need to keep getting back up. It's one of those things you can't give up that first time you fail. Think about it when you first learned how to walk, or just watch somebody learning how to walk. You're going to understand that, hey, it takes time, it takes effort. You're going to fall down over and over and over, but what do? You keep getting back up and you keep on going for it. It's one of those things that you're not going to be perfect on your first try. You need to realize that it's going to require time and effort, and nobody's perfect from the beginning. They're not natural. It's something that is learned. It is something that is taught. So you can teach yourself to do anything. It's going to require a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of thinking about it, a lot of research, tons of work, tons of effort, and eventually you will become to the point where you're successful, and people are going to be like, oh damn, this person, they got lucky. Things just went their way. But behind the scenes, they never seen that you were putting in the work, you were putting in the tears, you were staying up all night, or you were doing this, you were doing that. Nobody was ever there seeing those moments. And they'll be like, whoa, this person got lucky because they escaped the rat race, or they got the dream lifestyle that they wanted. Little do they know, these people that are really rich, they put in so much work and effort that you just see the end result. Nobody ever sees the person training for the marathon. They just see them taking first place. So realize that you need to put in the work. Benefits of escaping the rat race. This is going to be some motivating factors for you guys to want to escape the rat race. So realize that you're going to end up doing whatever you want. When you have this abundance of money, any dream that you have is possible because you can afford it. You can be in a better position. And I don't want money to be like the motivating factor, but it kind of should be, because like essentially it's going to open up so many doors. You can do this, you can do that. If you want to travel the world, guess what? You can buy a plane ticket instantly, not even worry about the price. Get it today, this very second. You can pay for an Uber driver, take you there to the airport, and at the end of the day, your bill's maybe like $1,000. And to your average person, they're like, how the heck can you afford that? But when you get to that point where money is not an issue, you can afford almost anything. That's the point where you need to get to. But then again, you need to ask yourself, what point are you satisfied at? Because if you're the type of person, you're like, okay, I'll just be happy with a house and then a decent car that gets me from point A to B to A to B, it doesn't require that much money. It doesn't require that much effort. But if you're like the person that I want to have a Corvette, I want to have a Lamborghini, guess what? You better start putting in the work, because it is possible to get that. Just you need to work extra harder for it. So find certain little things that motivate you. A reason why. My honest reason is because I want to wake up someday and not have to worry about getting up and getting ready for work. I want to be able to just wake up, see the sunset or the sunrise, and just have a coffee and just enjoy it. Watch the sunrise and just like have this really nice house that has like this room that's the sun room or something like that, or like the moon room, where you just see these beautiful sights. Or you can just travel places, go to the beach and just watch the sunset or sunrise. And that's my honest dream. So these are motivating factors. Biggest one is not waking up so early. I don't like waking up 4 or 5 to get ready for work. And then on top of that, I have to commute about an hour to get there to work. And then I still have to pack my food. All sort of little issues that are motivating me to want to do better. So find little factors that kind of irritate you and start using them to be like, okay, I need to get out of this. I need to escape the rat race because I'm tired of being stuck in traffic for 2-3 hours a day, an hour and a half going to work and then an hour and a half going back, and not being able to do what I want to do. So find those factors and start using them and start working towards that side hustle that you guys need to start working towards. So this is possible. A lot of you guys are probably doubting that it's very unlikely to escape the rat race. Look at all the people in Shark Tank. Every single one of them, they probably went to college or they were working some sort of job and they started some sort of business or side hustle and they become to a position of power. That's where you guys need to set yourself up. Realize that this is possible. Look at the vehicle I'm in. This is somebody's product, somebody's brand, and they made money off of it. How much do you think those people are making based off of all these cars that they're selling? You look at something like shirts. There's somebody that made this business, somebody that worked hard for it. They put in the work, they put in the effort, and eventually it does pay off. They end up getting the rewards. So realize that it is possible. You look at all these people on YouTube, look at the YouTubers that have 200, 300, 400,000 subscribers and ask yourself, why can't that be me? If you ever dreamed of becoming a YouTuber, Why can't you work towards that? You're no different than they are. You have 24 hours just like they do. You can put in the work, you can put in the effort just as them. There's nothing limiting you. Of course, you're going to have these beliefs in your belief system that's going to probably set you in the wrong mindset, make you think it's not possible, but it is possible. You can do honestly anything. This was a little bit of a backstory. I was back in middle school. The school hired this speaker, and he had no limbs, and he was able, well, he did have limbs, but they were like really, really tiny and small, and he didn't have like any legs, but he had like little tiny feet. And I was impressed with this guy, and he was like, I taught myself how to drive, and he's like all steering with his feet. He had no arms, and he taught himself to play drums and all that, which it was a trip. I'm like, whoa, that is really unbelievable. You can really set your mind to do unbelievable things. Anything is possible, but you can't do everything. So find out what you guys want to do, what you want to get out of this world, what do you want to achieve, and start working towards it. It is possible. You just need to put yourself in the right mindset. This is very important for you guys to start looking for different methods to